capitalize on what they have. They have certain things over Xbox and Nintendo and all them. They need to take that and use that as their, you know, their forerunner, you know, their front. Not try to compete with us, but go, you know what, we have stuff that's exclusive just to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Xbox has their own things that's exclusive. Nintendo has their own exclusive things. What does Sony have?
Sony has Uncharted. They have The Last of Us.
They need to stick with those and use
Heavy
those
Rain.
games.
They have Heavy Rain. They have Souls. They have a ton of
They need to go all out with those games, I think.
But it didn't necessarily work. Like you look, like I said, you're looking at sales, and look, and I understand everything's not about sales as far as what we want to play great games.
Yeah.
But you have to look at that as far as when it's a business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a business. So if you look at that, if you look at the sales, these games aren't selling like they used to sell. None of these games, other than, I mean, I can't think of really any. The best-selling game on PlayStation is Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So their best-selling game is
on all other
You know
systems.
what I'm saying? Whereas Xbox, you know, Halo can sell up there in the Call of Duty numbers. You know what I'm saying? So Halo can get up there. So at least they have one, and Nintendo has Mario. Mario sells a grip, and they have Pokemon.
Yeah.
So they have two that can sell in the plus. Like, it seems like Sony does not have that franchise that can sell 15. You think that they need to, because one of my main things that I'll put one of my main things Sony need to do, I said they need to get the Crash Bandicoot license back.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
They need to get that thing back, and they need to just say,
they need to get it back in a hurry.
Yeah. Let's get back. Just Crash Bandicoot. I think one of their games sold, I think it was 2, sold 13 million copies.
Yeah.
Sony hasn't seen those sales.
Naughty Dog, and that's Naughty Dog.
Yeah, that's Naughty Dog.
And
they've moved on.
They have moved on.
They've moved on to more realistic.
They need to get back to the platforming. I think would be good.
The Sony that I remember, the Sony that I knew growing up, they had, of course, they had like Tomb Raider, they had the mature, but they also had the more playful type games.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know they had Little Big Planet, but Little Big Planet is not what Crash Bandicoot was. You know what I'm saying? Little Big Planet, it's just not that. It has the cool creation tools and all that, but it's not that. I want to see them get back. I want them to get back that Crash Bandicoot license, and I want Naughty Dog to develop it, and I guarantee that game would compete with Mario. I think it would sell. Honestly, it would push consoles.
You think with Mario?
I think so. Because it did before, in the past. It did before. Crash Bandicoot games sold just as well as Mario 64, or, you know, any of the
I remember when I was a kid, I had a choice between Crash Bandicoot and Mario 64.
Yeah.
Because they were both so good games.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I ended up getting them both in the end, but
but they were both fantastic.
They have. I mean, you got your Ratchet and Clank and your Sly Cooper. You know,
but they just brought out Sly Cooper now. You know, Sly Cooper.
Yeah.
They brought out the HD collection, and they just brought out Sly Cooper now at the end of the life cycle where you see Killzone, 2 Killzone, 3 Resistance, 1, 2, and 3. This is like. Yeah. Okay, more shooters to the already inflated shooter. I mean, are they thinking that they're going to sell 10 million copies of Resistance? You know, or like MAG. They fund MAG. And look, I'm not trying to hate on MAG guys. Like, whatever the case, but dude, I mean, 256 players online. Who gives a crap? Like, really, they put so much time and money into MAG. Why don't they put that into like a big old huge like RPG like Skyrim, like PlayStation's RPG? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Xbox had like Mass Effect. When it first went back when BioWare used to them. You know, Nintendo has theirs. Like, why did they fund that? Like, instead, they fund into a 256 multiplayer game that doesn't even sell anywhere near the amount because people don't want to play 256 players online. It gets beat by games like Call of Duty. That's what's like what's Call of Duty 8 on 8. Yeah. So like, just because you have, I mean,
Battlefield,
and that's a huge investment to make that type of game. So. Do you see them going forward with that type of stuff? You say use their technology. Well, that's technology. Being able to, you want them to, what, you want 456 players online? Like, what do you think they should do with that as far as technology pushing it? Does bigger always mean better? Does more mean better?
Hell
no. I don't think it definitely doesn't. I mean, look how good the PlayStation 2 did, and its graphics were. I mean, they were up for the time. They were amazing, but it's nothing. The PlayStation 2 still is good. I mean, people still play their PS2s. Yeah, I'm sure. So I just say they need to utilize their technology because that is PlayStation's strength. Mm-hmm. They came out with the PlayStation 3 and they went full with the technology, you know. Being as they have the most powerful system, I think they have to find a way to like push it to the limit. Mm-hmm. You know, with games like Heavy Rain, The Last of Us, games that are going to really you know, could
give the Xbox and all of a run for their money.
Combined with exclusives and the technology, I think people might get excited again.
What about timing? Does the PlayStation PS4, does it need to come out with the Xbox before it, after it? Does it need to? Because they came out after it, and that league really kind of put them behind the 8 ball because of the price. Yeah. Because the price was too high. So what's you guys' thoughts on the price and on the timing? What do you think they need to do with that? With those two things?
The price, I was reading online once when it came out. A guy sold a spot in line to buy a PS3 for 10 grand.
Yeah,
it's like I'm like, it was like the third or second spot in the line. Sold just for the spot. You ain't got the console yet. You just got a spot in line.
Yeah. Here's a check for 10 grand.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I would give him my place. Here you go.
Or same thing like after a week after the game or the console came out, like you go to flea market, they'd be like $4,000 at a flea market. It's like, are you serious?
It's a question though. Getting back to the guy that sold it for $10, I bet he was like at home like after like a month. Was like, I'm a dipshit.
Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah.
Like, oh,
what did I do? Exactly.
And it took a long time for third-party developers to get on board, so he was just probably like,
yeah.
Oh.
But here's the question: how much are you willing to pay for a PS4? What's the limit?
10 grand.
The most I've
10 grand. He's like, 10 grand.
I will sell my Nikes. Not only do you get my spot online, but you get my Nikes, bro. All right, in the next segment, we're going to be talking about Microsoft and what Microsoft needs to do to win this next generation console race. Now, Microsoft, at the very beginning, guys. Microsoft, Xbox, good, competed, but sales-wise, it wasn't as great as you would think it was. You know what I'm saying? The PS2 crushed it. It was right around where the GameCube was. So, and GameCube was deemed last.
Yeah.
So, definitely Microsoft had more third-party support and things like that. But, and then this generation came back strong. Sold a lot more consoles.
Yeah, because they all melted and you had to buy another one.
True. A lot of their console sales were from other people, but still, they have the best third-party support probably.
I agree.
They have tons of third-party games. They still have They have some exclusive third-party games, like Mass Effect 1.
Right.
They have The Witcher 2, also exclusive on there. So they do have some exclusive third-party games out there. They still have Halo. They still have some big franchises. So as far as next generation goes, is Microsoft going to be the Kinect machine? Because that's the thing now. I mean, they're looking at it. They've stopped making games. Honestly, I mean, Gears, that's epic, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not really. Yeah. But they've kind of stopped making games. They've turned Rare, the once great developers of Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong and GoldenEye, they've turned them into Kinect Sports and crazy, stupid Kinect Avatar crap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They've turned them into that. So what do you guys see for Microsoft next generation? Have they stopped working on games because they're working on the next console games? Or have they stopped working on games because they really feel that Kinect is it and they can make money spending way less time, like Nintendo, spending way less time and making games for Kinect and selling that? What do you guys think on that?
Well, I'll start off with my first Xbox. I bought it for Halo.
Me too. I think we can all say
I bought my Xbox for Halo.
That's true.
Yeah.
And they had a bunch of other games, and it was like, I want to play Halo.
Rainbow
for
Six.
the
They had tons of games.
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden was an exclusive on the system.
And my Xbox 360, my first one melted.
Yeah.
My second one melted with the fan and all that other stuff on. I had to get my third one. I had to put 2 fans on it just for it to work.
Did it take off and fly out of the
I was expecting that. My third was like
turned into a hover car.
I was like, what's the worst?
It just went just hover car.
Flew back to Bill Gates' office. It just flew to Bill Gates, dude. It's on autopilot, dude. That's what they do. Either red ring. I think
it's an either or path.
Either or.
It's like a Mass Effect wheel that comes up either if the red rings or goes.
Or something like that, man. I don't even know. All I know is I've spent like $200 on accessories just to make my Xbox 360 work and function properly.
They definitely start.
I was like $300 into the hole just for the console itself, and then another $200 in for accessories. I ain't got no games yet. I just got a controller. I just got a controller and a console, dude, and a bunch of fans and hard drives and crap like that.
It's like now you're ready to play it.
Now I'm ready to put it in.
Got all your gear and accessories on there, but
and now the new one that they have the internal hard drive. I've had mine for a few years now.
Sweet.
It works.
It's
great.
sweet. The new ones they did right.
I mean, even I have a Modern Warfare 2 Xbox, and that one I've had no issues. I've had it for going on 2 years now.
The Elite.
The Elite Modern Warfare 2 one, and it's fine. They have that new chip in there. So I mean, they did a good job of sharing that up. But as far as this next generation coming up, like, what do you think? Do you think it's going to be, Antoine? Do you think it's going to be more Kinect stuff, or do you think they're saving their stuff with like the new games?
Well,
not for the 720.
Yeah, I mean, I think there have been rumors with the 720 how they're going to integrate Kinect into the device. Durango.
The Dodge Durango.
The Dodge, yes, the Durango, dude. So I mean, this thing is so obviously if they're going to make a big step like that, it's clear. I think they're going to go Kinect, and they're going to definitely make more games. Not only like exclusive for Kinect, like Star Wars, you can only play with Kinect and Dance Central, but games like maybe Ghost Recon where you can hold the gun. Putting
air gun.
feature.
They should make an air guitar game to go along with that air gun game.
Air gun game.
Like,
I mean, but
cool.
I don't know. Is that gonna work? Is that what the fans want though?
No.
I don't know. I don't want to hold a gun or the when they did the that stuff. I don't know if that's gonna work.
This is all I see. I see myself playing Kinect, and I'm throwing a grenade and doing this, and my girlfriend's gonna walk. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm playing Call of Duty. Hold on. I'm throwing another grenade.
Well, first of all, you look like an idiot doing that.
Yeah.
You're wearing like your shorts and a t-shirt. You're wearing like a million. I mean, if you're gonna do it, you gotta dress up like that.
Yeah.
And you gotta have people dressing.
Yeah, I gotta put my war paint on.
Yeah. So I mean, for
if
me,
I'm playing Madden, I gotta put
you're gonna come there like you're gonna put Tom Brady. You're gonna go with the Tom Brady jersey and helmet. But I mean, like honestly, with Kinect, man, I've never been the biggest fan of Kinect. I've never been the biggest fan of Kinect, and there's a lot of reasons why.
Yeah.
But I mean, the main thing is what I kind of want to see is I kind of want to see just more of the integration in there, like with the hardcore games, like with the voice commands. Things like that. So I mean, just doing stuff like that. They don't need to go like where it's all like hardcore gameplay.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars Kinect. Like I'm not trying to go like that. And I mean, I'm not trying to do all that stuff. So I mean,
and I mean, I bought a Kinect. I purchased a Kinect because it was like I wanted to use it for family, because to have it in the family to take up to on vacation, whatever. I don't know. And you played, we played Dance Central, and it was actually
good.
We had fun.
It's good. Dance Central. Dance Central's good.
I mean, my mom played it. My sister. Who've never even touched a video game or have even thought about video games. So, if we're talking about appealing to a new, like, a genre...
I think Kinect, honestly, was rigged more for kids than...
And families.
More
kids
and family and hard... You don't want no die-hard, that wants to, play a serious game. He doesn't want to be... I'm telling you, he doesn't want to be doing this and this. He wants
I don't think it was... I don't think it was for the
That was so smart by Microsoft, because look at how much more extra money they've made selling a $150 Kinect.
I would have never bought a Kinect I would have never bought one if it weren't for my family.
Yeah.
The reason is Kinect, I think, personally, was Microsoft's way of going up against the Wii, because the Wii is more family oriented, because you can have all the different around.
That's
so
true. Why
can't we have that where it's like, okay, instead of having a nunchuck and a controller, let's make the person the actual controller.
It's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
But they need to perfect it. Like I played, I consider myself a gamer playing Mass Effect 2. I tried the voice commands out, and it was like Liara.
Mass Effect 2 or 3?
Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3. Sorry, not Mass Effect 2.
Okay.
But I tried the voice commands, and they weren't, they were kind of shoddy. It worked maybe 60% of the time, 70%. Liara, Singularity, and then Liara would run around.
So you guys aren't going to try out Skyrim going, you guys aren't going to do that with
the short answer is no. I will not be making
Same reason with the girlfriend walking in with me throwing a grenade doing this. I don't want a girlfriend to walk in.
You guys
She's gonna literally like, that's so weird on.
Yeah, you actually got to learn Dragon Speak to play that game. I don't plan on doing that.
I don't.
You might want to give it a try.
I ain't gonna do Kinect because, for one, I don't want to be screaming at my console and it not responding, because that's probably one of the more frustrating aspects about Kinect is, do this, and the console voice not recognizing.
They're gonna integrate it forward.
In terms of hardware, I think we touched on this last time too. I think graphics are reaching a plateau. Like there's a limit there.
For the pricing that needs. Now, if you can spend $10 million, you know what I'm saying? Great.
Oh,
but you can't. This thing's got to be anywhere from
it's got to be
$299 to $300
to $500. Yeah, that's what people are going to pay, or even lower. I mean, lower. People want lower, so I think it'll be maybe a little bit better. I mean, maybe twice as powerful as the Xbox 360.
Okay.
Whereas from Xbox, Xbox to Xbox 360 was maybe
20. It was like
20 times. Yeah.